Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to have you guys here again. So if you guys are new here, my name is Lorena and Gary and I post here every Monday and Saturday. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button. When you guys hit that bell button, it'll notify you guys every time I post a new video. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of fun things coming out and I am just excited to have you guys here. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment down below because I always get back to you guys. You guys knew that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Alright you guys, now that we are in the video, I did want to show you guys this. I did end up getting this from Montage Nail Supplies. And this was only $1. It is a fake $100 bill, of course. And so I just wanted to do like kind of like a boss babe type of nail art using $100 bills. And I wanted to get this Desert Rose from Montage Nail Supply. And I also wanted to use these from Opulence Nail Co. The link is down in the description. And these are the decals that I sell on there. And I'm not sure if I want to do the Chanel drip one or if I want to do the drips from this one and then maybe some of these drips down here. I'm not really sure yet, but let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright guys, first things, I'm going to get these Montage coffin style tips, and this is what they look like from the side profile. I did end up getting those natural tips as well, and basically they're just a full cover tip like a press-on nail, but you just push them into the cuticle of the red iguana hand. And then, so I went ahead and prepped off camera, but what you would do is prep before you guys put the tip on, and then put the tip on and blend the tip into the natural nail. And then right here you guys could see I do have two forms stuck together back to back. And the reason why I like to do this is just to make sure that the nails are nice and even all the way across without having to compare the fingers, just because to me, I feel like that takes more time, and I don't know, like I feel like you end up coming out with them like a little bit uneven. So I find that this method, it actually works for me quite a bit. I know somebody was asking like, what is that? Where do you get that from? And I just made it with my nail forms. You could also get different, like even if you guys wanted to use like cardstock and then like just tape it and then maybe make lines on it, just so you guys could have like kind of like a little template yourself. You guys don't need to purchase nail forms just for this. And then this is a $100 bill that I have. It's only $1 at Montage Nail Supply. Keep in mind that this is a little bit on the thicker side, so you guys need to make sure that you guys encapsulate it. I was kind of going back and forth of where do I want to put this? What do I want to use? And I was like, you know what? Let's use the $100 bills. I was going to use the 100, but then after I accidentally cut into it, so I kind of messed it up. You guys could see me messing it up right there. And so I'm just cutting that out. The scissors that I am using, they are from Montage Nail Supply. They are super cute. Everyone loves them when they come in. So definitely recommend getting a pair because that's how cute they look. Yeah, every time I pull them out, everybody's like, those are so cute. And yeah, so I really enjoy using them. I feel like with this $100 bill, you have to give it a little bit of a bend to it. So then it would lay underneath the acrylic a little bit better, and I'm kind of just like going back and forth of what I want to do. I am putting on my gloves because you guys know I am allergic to the acrylic, so I really want to make sure that I am staying nice and safe. I do have my monomer in this little jar right here. And the monomer that I use is from Youngnails. I've used their monomer for a really, really long time. And then this is my German haired size 16 Kolinsky haired brush. Love this brush, you guys. Once I got the hang of using it, because if you guys watch prior videos, you guys will know that using a larger brush was harder for me, but I do enjoy being able to pick up a lot more product at once and placing it down. And I feel like you guys are still even able to pick up a very small amount, like how you guys seen that I had did in just that clip. And I am using Desert Rose. This is a really, really, really beautiful light pink colored acrylic. I love this, you guys. This is like one of my favorites. One of my clients, this is all she gets. She literally loves this color. And anytime I do any ombres or whatnot, this is the color of choice that usually people go to. So this is one that I definitely recommend to have in your collection just because I find myself using it a ton. And yeah, that one and the what is that other one called? The Milky White. The Milky White, you guys, everyone loves that. So definitely, if you guys don't have that in your collection already, make sure to check those out just because they are bomb. Even the consistency with the with Montage acrylic and with the Youngnails monomer. Ooh, you guys would love it. So right here, you guys see me getting Youngnails clear acrylic, and I'm just going to be putting a bead right there. The reason why I'm doing this is just so I could stick that, the 100 part of the dollar bill down, just because I don't want it to go anywhere. So I couldn't find my tweezers, so cuticle nippers had to do for this little area. And then I am just wiping off the little bit of acrylic that went over the edge because I didn't want it to get stuck on the underside of the nail. And what I am doing is just dragging a little bead across the sides of them. And the reason why I did this was just because I didn't want there to be any gaps whatsoever. And then I am just going along the side of the tip, and I am dragging the bead along, and then I'm going to go ahead and cap the top of it. I did want this to be kind of more of a simple nail. If you guys wanted, you guys could also encapsulate the decals inside of here, but you guys, I wasn't sure which hands I wanted to put the decals on, so that's why I didn't encapsulate it. But I feel like the effect that it gave with just doing with the gel was a pretty neat effect, especially with the gold decals that we are going to be using in just a second. But I did want to build up that nail, making sure it's nice and even and blending everything into one another. And then always wiping off my brush as I go. I don't really like to stick my dirty brush back into the monomer just because I feel like it ends up making your monomer kind of sappy if you keep on doing that. I didn't like the position my hand was in, so I had to change it. So please excuse that. And then I am just adding a little bit more acrylic to add to that. All right, and I was swatching the green behind there just to kind of see what I wanted to use because I was either going to use that dark green for the nails or I was going to use this one. This one, it is from Montage Nail Supply. It is from their Christmas collection. I loved the Christmas collection, you guys. I love being able to get the stuff in the collection just because it allows me to be able to get a lot more product, like more bang for my buck, basically. So definitely recommend checking out their collections just because if you guys are a beginner nail tech, you guys want to be able to get as much product as you can on a budget. And even though sometimes it looks like you guys might not use certain colors, trust me, eventually you will. Honestly, every single color in my collection, I pretty much used every single one of them. Not so far of the Tracy's Nails just because that collection is fairly new, but for the most part, I have used every single one for all of my collections. Especially glitters. Glitters, you guys could never go wrong with it. And then even with a lot of colors and whatnot, you guys could actually mix them together and make colors that you might need in the future. So just keep that in mind. And then I'm just cleaning up around the edges, making sure to keep all that glitter contained because you guys know glitter just likes to go everywhere. So this glitter, it is mixed with a little bit of acrylic. If you guys go in their store, I'm sure if you guys show them a picture of this, they will be able to recreate this glitter for you if they don't have it in stock, just because sometimes with the collection, since this is a Christmas collection, of course they aren't going to keep it in stock all year round. But if you guys go in, they are more than happy to work with us. So and I'm super thankful for that. And if you guys go in, here's a little tip. So if you guys are a beginner nail tech and you guys want a certain glitter, but you don't want to have to buy all the glitters to mix them together, they will actually mix them on the spot for you. You just tell them which ones you would like to mix in your container, and they will do so. Online, they do not have that to be able to do that. I feel like it would be very complicated, and you guys might not get the right color if you guys did try to do it online. But yeah, definitely go in store. If you guys are local or even like 20-30 minutes away from here, even an hour away, I feel like it's not bad because I feel like with me, I actually enjoy taking the drive out and trying new nail spots, like just to see what they have, see different things that I could get from there. And yeah, but definitely recommend going in. You guys are gonna be like a little kid in a candy store. You guys would love it. Even like the way they have it decorated and stuff, it's so cute. Um, but in here I am just blending this all down. And this is a white colored acrylic from Youngnails. I've had this forever. I don't really find myself using the white too much. The whole reason why I got the white when I first started was just because I thought I was going to be doing a lot of white French tips, which that wasn't the case. But I do use this white a lot for when I do the baby boomer nails. Everybody usually picks this, or they usually pick the milk white. And then I'm just gonna get a bead of acrylic and then blend that down. So what I like to do when first putting the white down is making sure I build it up more towards the end, and more towards the top I like to have it very thin. So then when the pink and the white, they blend together, it is a lot easier to blend. And then you guys are even able to build your apex a little bit, making sure you guys get all those pesky little glitters out, just because yeah, you know, sometimes glitter is just everywhere when you are a nail tech. But yeah, I definitely recommend doing the glitter last, but since with me I don't work in in an organized way when I'm doing the art part, just because I like to kind of get a feel what looks right here, what looks right there, like, and just try out different things that I can do to make it look the best that I can. So if I feel like if it might look too busy, I kind of jump around a little bit just so it doesn't end up looking too overwhelming, or I don't know. I find that this method, it works well for me because I am able to like kind of like space it out and see different things. I can see if I'm gonna like certain things. So, and right here I am just getting that desert rose, and I'm gonna go ahead and cap the whole entire nail. And with the baby boomer nails, if you guys really like the way it blends, I definitely recommend capping the nail all the time when you guys are doing baby boomer nails. So making sure that you guys are kind of doing the acrylic a little bit on the thinner side, so when you guys cap it, it's not this super bulky thick nail and that you're gonna have to file down. And because if you guys end up filing into your design, sometimes you guys might end up noticing that the blend isn't as pretty as when you first laid the acrylic. And with that being said, it's just because when you guys file, it goes into the design and it just ends up like taking it down. And you guys might not really like how your ombres end up coming out. When I first started doing ombres, that is something that had happened to me in the past. So I did find that capping the acrylic, what that basically means is just putting a white or a clear bead of acrylic over your design when it is colored acrylic. And so definitely do that just because it will help keep your art, and then you guys will be able to shape without having to worry about your design. Just because I feel like before, when I would be filing and I would see my design get messed up, it would make me kind of want to stop filing as much. And then after, even if the nail looked a little wonky, I was like, oh, I'll just leave it alone. When you really don't want to do that. So definitely trial and error. It took me a little while to get used to the ombres, but I promise you guys, once you guys start to learn the ombres and how to work with them and what to do, you guys will be super happy that you guys taught yourself it and kind of stuck with it, just because the ombres are such a beautiful thing. I learned how to do the ombres in so many different ways. Make sure to check out my playlist because on my playlist, I do have a whole series where I do a whole bunch of different ombres and whatnot. And I feel like you guys, if you guys are looking to figure out different ways that you guys might like to do an ombre, make sure to check that out because there is so many different ways that you could do an ombre and they all come out flawlessly. It kind of just is personal preference on how you like to do it and whatnot. So make sure to check out that playlist. I feel like you guys would really enjoy that. And then right here, I'm getting my 80 grit nail file, and what I am doing right here is tapping the top of the nail. The reason why I do that is just because when you guys are tapping the nail, you guys are actually able to see if it's dry. If it doesn't tap and like feel like, then it is not wet, because sometimes it'll feel like, I don't know, like you're like tapping into rubber almost. Like that's kind of the feeling that I get. And I could tell that my middle finger is not dry yet, so I am just going in and filing the rest so I don't waste any time. Before, what I would do is I would wait for the whole hand to dry, thinking that everything was wet when it was only one nail. So yeah, definitely make sure that you are using your time wisely, and if the other ones aren't wet, just go ahead and tap them, and then you guys will be able to see if they are wet. Alright, and then after, you guys are going to want to file straight up and down, making sure that file, like when you guys put it up against there, that you guys don't see any gaps between the file and the nail. I really like that method just because it ensures that it's going to be nice and straight and there's no lumps and bumps. And then I'm going to get this medium sanding bit. I really, really like these for filing down acrylic. I feel like, and shaping, I feel like it gives a really, really nice, I feel like it gets the product down without having to work so hard. But again, this is a medium sanding bit, and it's from Pro Band Sanding Bands, and I think it's called Medicool. And so far I like them, but for natural nails, I definitely like using the fine sanding bits a lot better, especially if you guys are a first time nail tech. You guys are going to want to make sure that you guys are using those sanding bands just for the fine sanding bands, just because they are super light on the nail and you don't have to worry about over filing. With these, I do feel like if you guys are a beginner, you might over file, so definitely check out those ones if you guys are a beginner. And then you guys are going to want to flip the hand to the other side. I do this with every client. The reason why I do this is to ensure that everything is nice and even and you don't have one nail like higher on one side than the other. And I feel like this really ensures it. And I get my little bristle brush. I love using that on actual clients, but on the silicone hand, the dust still doesn't come off, so I have to get a soft brush. And so with my decal, you guys see right here, I am just kind of figuring out where I want to place it. I didn't want to place it at an angle, but I was like, no, because the drips are going literally straight down, and I feel like it wouldn't look right. So I did end up putting it right here. I feel like they look so cute. I love the drips on the Chanel ones. And then after, I am just going to get the drips at the bottom, and I'm going to get my scissors and actually cut the strip of the drips in half, just because they are long strips. I know some people are like, what are you going to use such long ones for? But I did make sure so you guys would be able to get like more out of it, to be able, so you guys could cut it where you guys want. And yeah, I feel like with me, I love that method. I love being able to cut the decals in half and use them different ways. Like if you guys have seen my Valentine's Love decals, and I had did a video on those with the white set, that is exactly how I did that. I cut the love in half, and then after I placed it on the nail. And I really enjoyed being able to do that, just because sometimes you guys try to, or I will even try to do it with like painting and stuff, and even painting, it is a little bit difficult trying to match the design on each hand. So with that, it allows you to not have to worry about if you're being so precise. And then I'm going to get my top coat, and I am just going to go ahead and put it on top of the nails and instantly put it on in the light. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this one, put the top coat on, making sure I'm getting in all those crevices, and I'm going to put it in the light. You guys don't see me putting in light, but I just did. And I took it out, and I'm going to go ahead and polish the rest. And making sure you are getting the side walls of the nails, just because if you don't, it is not a cute look. It just doesn't look right. So make sure you're getting the side of the nails. And then now with the decal nails, I'm going to go over the whole nail. The reason why I like to do it this way is just because I feel like it sticks them down. I don't have to worry about them going anywhere, and it kind of gives it a double layer of, so you guys don't have to worry about like if it's like bumpy on the surface, especially if you guys don't encapsulate it inside the actual acrylic. And then I'm going to go ahead and cap the nails, making sure everything's nice. And then with the decals, if you guys are using them on gel, you guys are going to want to make sure you put a no wipe top coat on top of the gel and then place your decal and then do the rest like how I did in the video just now. Just because if you guys put it on a dispersion layer, the dispersion layer isn't going to allow the decal to actually stick to the nail. And even if you wipe it down with alcohol, I find the same thing. So you guys are really going to want to make sure that you guys are putting it on a no wipe top coat. A no wipe top coat will make them stick to the nail perfectly and you won't have any issues whatsoever. And then right here you guys could see that before I started putting the stones on, I did start with my design on the table, and then I went ahead and started to put the design on the nail. So if you guys are someone like me and are kind of undecisive of how to do stones and whatnot, placing them on your table and doing the design on your table, it helps so much. So then you guys already have like kind of an idea of how you guys are going to want to place it, how you guys are going to want to do it. And being completely honest with you guys, I really love the way the stones came out. The stones, they look so good. The green with it also ties in everything. And then the gold and whatnot, I feel like everything had went together perfectly. So when I am doing my designs with my stones, I do like to be able to kind of like put different colors together. I love using crystal beads because they match with everything. And then after, I also love the green because it tied it into the green glitter. And then these little gold charms that you guys are going to see right now, those, I feel like they tied it into the gold as well. And I love being able to tie everything all in together. So yeah, and then right here you guys are going to see me get Zulay glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and place the stone on the nail right there, and look how shiny they are. Those green ones, they are not Swarovski crystals, but they are a glass bead. Those are also from Montage. And the glass beads so far, honestly, those ones I do really like. I have gotten some from Montage that I wasn't a fan of, so if you guys go in, make sure to look for glass beads and not like regular rhinestones. I know it's kind of hard because they kind of label rhinestones as the same, but I don't know. Just maybe ask them when you go in for glass beads. But anyways, the reason why I don't really like the other ones that weren't a glass bead is just because at the bottom, I feel like the resin that holds on the stones, I feel like it would kind of like shrink up the little paper, the shiny back paper that's on the back, and then it ended up looking like the stones became very blurry. So I did not like that. But these ones I am definitely liking. I feel like they still look even pretty now. But the stones that I am using in the back in that box, they are from Montage as well. I just cut them out of the packaging and put them in that little box. And this is the final look. I'm going to go ahead and get some finished shots for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as usual, I'll be back with more videos. Bye!